Hello, and welcome to Regeneration. So, part of my coverage of Steam Next Fest, this is a a survival horror game, I believe. At least that's kind of what it bills itself as. It looks very much like, honestly, in like the footage in that, it looks like maybe Dead Space or like Alien. It's very much sci-fi horror with like weird, grotesque growths and things on a hostile planet and so on. You can kind of see something on the right there, kind of shimmying out behind the treetops and that. So let's get into it and see what exactly it's about. There is only normal mode. There is no easy. Right, let's give it a look. Okay. Oh, it's loaded us in. We were just a light then for a moment. It's remembered the rest of us. So initial thoughts. Some
familiar.
some like loading issues when it's loading you in. But you'll immediately see why I'm saying, you know, like survival horror, Dead Space-esque vibes. Don't like those. Sort of cross between like jellyfish and an eyeball. Oh, they have definitely got eyeballs in the middle.
Kate, where are you? Did you escape this nightmare? There's something. I can feel its presence.
I'm guessing that's where the rest of our crew went. Was it all a dream? Question mark.
My head. How long have I been out?
Okay. That's the interact button then. Definitely a missed trick not having some kind of thing on our backpack or a wristband or something on, or armband that we could see our health on.
Damn it.
Like, just because they use it doesn't mean that Dead Space own the rights to the idea of like having a light on your character indicate your health. And it's really cool, so you should do it.
Shit, I need to find a way out of here.
Use PDA. Level C key, high level security clearance card that grants authorized personal access within a restricted facility. Files, navigator. Okay, forwards there's some wreckage, a bunch of like danger warnings, and one of them's pulsing, which is probably bad. Also, the trees are glowing. It looks like blood going through a vein. Or something, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, so... So I guess that... This, like, gap here is the gap that it's wanting us to kind of go through. And it's warning us about something on the left, and then up ahead there's something on the right. So it's saying that there's a warning sign for...
Oh no. Someone had to survive.
So there's a warning sign for over there, and a warning sign presumably here. Okay, so through and to the right. But there's a warning sign up here. Unless maybe it means point of interest. Load the data. Okay. We were deployed to extract the previous expedition when our helicopter went down due to an unexplained equipment failure. Jordan and I are still operational. There's no sign of the team, the radio signals are heavily distorted. The camp should be up ahead. Yet dense organic growths block the way. Right, how do I scroll down? Can't do it with the pad. We have no choice but to proceed on foot and assess the situation. Right. Goodness, standing on that seems to have given us some health issues. Well, light makes no bloody difference there. A scanner. Sound signal incoming. Scanning, extracting. So we'll get a sound come back, then we scan it, then we extract the stuff. And that's updated our map. So I guess exclamation mark is point of interest. We'll save. Scan. Extract. Got it. New blueprint added. And we've got some biomaterial. Biovial. A vial containing biologically active extract stimulates accelerated tissue regeneration. In other words, a heal. We've unlocked health kits. Boop.
Wait a second, what is...
This all appears as well to be... So it's not like an alien planet, it's a human planet that's been taken over by aliens, isn't it? And that's telling us to be wary, isn't it? Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
Let's head in here. Okay, what have we got here? Scrap. It's saying there's something in here. Something important. Level B keys of 1. We can load this. Scan biomaterial data. Highly unstable organic compound composed of mutated cellular structures and unidentified proteins exhibits a complex network of bioactive agents capable of rapid adaptation to external stimuli. Regenerative capabilities. Restoring damaged tissue under controlled conditions. Reacts to chemical catalysts, making it a key component of synthesizing biological agents. Exhibits resistance to standard decomposition process, suggesting an external influence on its molecular integrity. Scan maggot data. Small writhing organism exhibiting an instinctive response to vibrations. I'm not going to read all of these. I'll just put this up if you want to read it. It's there. And then we've got the biomass. It's all quite lengthy and it's mostly just fluff text. Right, we'll leave it there. Since we can't go back when we go down there, oh dear. We'll head back and see what's down here, if anything. Ah. Nothing. Right, in that case, down we go. Looks perfectly reasonable, doesn't it? Anything up here? Not really. Okay. Oh, and that worm's following us. Oh, there's a person.
Still breathing. How is that even possible?
Oh, we've got a, wait, we found a tool in him? Weird. Okay, don't step in all the crap. God, there's so much crap around there. Can I get through without? Maybe we'll use the... Oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet I know what we need to do here. Where is it? Multi-tool. We can't use it there, but we can probably... Uh-oh. Back we go. Eh. Get him. Go for legs. We need to use this, don't we now? But now we can grab our multi-tool and... Oh, I was going to say we can chop through this, probably. Oh, we weren't close enough. Right. We can chop through that stuff. Yeah. And now we're back here. Okay. We will... Oh, we can use the camera. Give it a moment. I see biomaterial. Anyway, let's roll. Game saved. Multi-tool at the ready. And we'll slide through here. Something is killing me while this is happening. Is that it? Okay, well, there you go. There's regeneration. It seems very, very early on. Like, yeah. It seems super early on. I didn't do it wrong, did I? It's, you go out there and that's the game over, right? Like the little, yeah, the point of interest there was the stim gun. That was the multi-tool. There's this here, and don't know what's out there. But when we go to find out, yeah, so I guess that's it. I guess that's the demo. Yeah. Okay. Well, very short and sweet. Literally like 20 minutes. We're done. It's got like a Dead Space feel to it. It looks pretty good. I was expecting, yeah. I was expecting it to be a lot closer to being like a more complete demo, probably showing off some more of the game. Yeah, a bit surprised it's only 20 minutes. I was expecting it to be at least 30 to 40 and probably have some more combat and things in there. So far, I would say, and I'd feel bad judging it at this point. It looks like it's still quite early on in development. You know, this feels like a pre-alpha type thing. I would say, obviously, combat is just I mean, you just swing a knife. It's really bare bones basic. I would hope that by the end they've got a proper combat system. The best games in this genre usually have a really good combat system. It doesn't have to be overly complex, but it's usually executed really well and it looks really good. Like Dead Space with the really just absolutely brilliant looking gore and just slicing enemies apart and things is always really, really good. Or like the grapples that they'll do when they get to you and things like that. There's a lot of things you could definitely do with that if you've got these weird like wormy tentacle monsters where they could like, I don't know, latch onto you and grapple you and stuff, I guess. I would definitely consider, like enemy dismemberment and things. Lots of gore is usually the done thing in horror. So when it comes to what's it like, that enemy I was attacking, I would have probably expected to have ripped his leg off if I kept, since I kept attacking his leg. So, I mean, it might just, it's just something I'd probably consider. It's, again, horror and gore usually good. They usually go well together. And just generally, I think it just basically needs rounding out a lot more. Like, we didn't get a lot there. It looks very interesting so far. Like, the vibes are definitely down, right? It's atmosphere, absolutely right. I would even go as far as to, again, I would move the little UI in the bottom left that comes up when you've got missing health or some kind of status effect. I would probably try and incorporate it onto the player somehow, kind of like how. I mean, I suppose it's, it's some people might think it's not okay to wear your inspirations on your sleeve and be like, oh, we'll just make it look like Dead Space and have all these things on the backpack. Sure, but it does look cool, and the sci-fi genre does kind of lend itself to having like cool little holographic interfaces on the character and on the suit and things. So it makes more sense with that. Compared to like having some kind of, health indicator on the back of, say, a guy in medieval armor, just doesn't make sense. So the sci-fi look kind of lends itself to that, and it just allows you to minimize the UI. Like, definitely, like I said, the vibes are in the right spot here, and keeping the UI to an absolute minimum or incorporating it into like the actual character and things as like a piece of equipment that they wear. Again, it could just be like an armband. If you don't want to do a literal thing on the backpack like Dead Space, it could be an armband that maybe you can see like your heartbeat on it. Kind of like Resident Evil. They could be wearing an armband that it's got like a heartbeat pulsing up and down. Like a heart monitor. And then it goes orange and then yellow and then red and it becomes more frantic and things like that. If you just wanted to be a bit different and you didn't want to just do literally a health bar on your backpack like Dead Space. But yeah, little things like that. I'd probably that's probably what I'd focus on, just immersion, and then it's just going to need combat. It needs to be better. If melee is difficult to do, if you have difficulty doing melee, just focus more on the ranged combat. And if you're going to focus on ranged, I would definitely make it extraordinarily gory. And if it's going to be like that they're in a plane crash or whatever and they're using all the bits and bobs that can just get to hand, then improvised tools are always fun. Buzzsaws and nail guns that pin enemies to walls and things are always a nice way to go. And I think that would probably be my advice for it all. But so far, and I'm gonna chalk the little stutters and performance issues to just it being early on, and especially it being Unreal. I know that thing's a bit unwieldy when it comes to optimization, and it can often take a while. But benefit of the doubt, since it was just a short demo. But so far so good. One to keep an eye on. But yeah, that's been Regeneration. Very much getting the Dead Space kind of vibes off this one. sort of like Dead Space, Resident Evil vibes. I mean, I say Dead Space and Resident Evil, really I could just say either one of those and it means both, because Dead Space is based off of Resident Evil 4. They even admitted it in interviews and things. They basically, I think it was originally going to be more like Bioshock or System Shock at the time, but then went more down the Resident Evil avenue after Resident Evil 4 released, and all the developers ended up basically taking time off to play the hell out of it, and then they came to the unanimous decision of we should make it like that. So you ended up with a mishmash of the two. But yeah. Right, that's been part of my coverage for the Steam 2025 February Next Fest. That's Regeneration. More to come on the channel. There is a playlist up already. By the time this goes up, the Next Fest will probably be over. But usually these demos stay up for a few days afterwards, or sometimes in weeks, or just up until they release the game. So give it a look, you might still find it available. And again, if you want to keep an eye on it, you can always wishlist it. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on the channel and look at my other footage and things of the next fest, you can hit the subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. Or again, look at the playlist I've done and see if any of the other demos I've covered strike your fancy and maybe you'd like to watch a video on them. For now, though, I hope to see you in future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then.